Hello, I'm choosing to do the 10 to 15 minute vlog just because I already have a ton of stuff to write this week and I don't really feel like writing. Um, for this, I chose Mr. Beast Beyond the Spotlight. It was one of the top ones in the link you provided for YouTube documentaries. I love Mr. Beast. I know a bunch of my friends also love Mr. Beast. He's a great guy. So I chose this so that I could get a better understanding of who he is, because I've grown up with him. I was one of his first subscribers. I am honored to say that, honestly, because I still love his content. I've always loved his content. And so being able to watch a documentary for a class about him, about something I'm passionate about and that I enjoy, is super fulfilling for me and for my knowledge. So Mr. Beast Beyond the Spotlight. Beyond the Spotlight. Oh my goodness, I'm fumbling all my words. I would honestly say it's more of a Mr. Beast behind the spotlight. You really get to know who he is behind his YouTube character, his selfless, giving character that he is on YouTube. And throughout the documentary made by, I need to get this right, I'm not really sure who made it. I think it was CNBC. I could be mistaken. By Curiosity Stream, my bad. So the documentary created by Curiosity Stream, they do an amazing job of having you grow up with Jimmy Donaldson, who is Mr. Beast. They start off the documentary by showing you who he was as a kid, the shy kid who loved baseball, who's obsessed with, who just obsesses over something at a certain point in time, like baseball, and then YouTube and whatever else. He just has a very obsessive personality. They allow you to grow up with him through showing you old pictures of him as a kid, his childhood pictures. They make you feel bad for him in a way. He grew up with a military mom, so he's moving constantly, and that, in my mind, is just, I know a lot of people who've done that, and it's not a very exhilarating way to grow up. I grew up with the same 10 kids, the same place, and you grow up with them and you become like best lifelong friends. And he didn't have the chance to get that. And they do a great job of making you feel. They make you feel for him. Besides that, a phrase that is used a lot throughout is straight from Jimmy Donaldson himself. Giving away money makes me happy. He has given away countless millions of dollars to people in need, homeless people, shelters, food banks, his community, his mom, his friends. He's just such a giving and lovely person, and they portray that extremely well throughout the documentary. Throughout the documentary, they show a lot of his past videos. I'm not sure exactly the release date. I believe it's 2022, so anything before 2022 is fair game for their documentary. And they show all these old clips of him growing up and his YouTube channel expanding throughout the years. And you, like I've already said multiple times, you grow up with him, you grow up with his channel. They make you feel the emotions he felt as he was growing up and as his channel was booming as much as it did. They do a phenomenal, great, and amazing job. All the words I was just about to say with the music they give you and have you listen to. It's such an engaging experience when there's sad moments, like when they expose his Crohn's disease and how that was a struggle for him. They're giving you this sad, depressing music that makes you more intent to the video. When he's giving $100,000 to his mom to pay off her house bills and any other debt she has, they give you this thrilling, sad almost music that just makes you feel and makes you want to be there in the moment with him. He cries in the actual interview when they're talking about money he's given to people throughout the past. His very first time he gave was actually a brand deal, and the brand deal called him up. They said, hey, I want to give you $5,000 if you give us an ad in a video. And he said, no, I want $10,000 and I want to give that to a homeless person. And that's exactly what he did, and he recorded the whole thing. That's just, and during that, he's crying during the actual interview, making you feel for him, making you feel sad. And they just do a great job of examining that throughout the documentary. They make you feel these emotions through the music they play, through the things they show, through the old pictures they share. And I just feel like they do an amazing job of that. They show you how true and genuine of character Mr. Beast is through the music, through the pictures and videos they show. And they introduce a few new characters throughout the documentary as well, like his best friend Chris, who has been there since day one. He was his first subscriber. They've worked on his YouTube channel together over the years. They also show, I think it was his digital editor, who Mr. Beast picked up along the way and who kind of just pushes along the stream of his YouTube channels, because he has multiple. I mean, you have to when you're that big. He's got Mr. Beast for Philanthropy, like Mr. Beast Games. Just he has multiple channels for multiple audiences, and they also do a great job of showing that in the documentary. They go really deep into his channel and his philanthropy channel. And one thing I also wanted to know was just the trend of determination that all these guys show when they're talking about Mr. Beast, like specifically in the interviews and not in like the old videos they show. They show that all these people knew he was going to make it because of his obsessive personality. They knew he had the determination and the focus to make something this big happen. And so I feel like they do a great job of really capturing those moments where the people they're interviewing, like Jimmy and Chris, they know that they were going to make it. And they interview his mom a lot too, and she just shows that she had faith in her son. He was supposed to go to college, he just wasn't. He was making videos full time, and she doubted him for a bit. She said, if you don't go to college, you have to move out. And so he did. He moved out, and he never asked his mom for any money. He was doing everything fine on himself because he had that income he needed. And that really just shows you that he was going to make it. He was going to make it, and that determination that they've shown in all the interviewees was just very apparent throughout the documentary. They also do an amazing job throughout the documentary of making you want to do good. It makes you feel good to see someone else doing good. He did this, I'm not sure of the exact terminology, it may be like sponsor, donation. He did this donation, like receive, it doesn't matter. He was asking for $20 million to plant 20 million trees. And so all these kids that are getting money from the Tooth Fairy, from their parents, from their allowance, from whatever kids are earning money from, they're giving it to this organization so that they can do what they need to do, plant the 20 million trees. And so in the documentary, it makes you feel good to do good, and it also shows you that small choices create big impacts. I feel like they do a really good job of all of that. And also at the end of the documentary, Mr. Beast actually quite literally hands both of the cameramen like thousands of dollars, and they film this. And so it really shows you that he's an impactful, good character. He has a good, kind soul, and he's giving. And I just believe that Mr. Beast is an amazing man, and this documentary does an amazing job of showing you that. I love Mr. Beast. I mean, I've even got his chocolate right here on my desk because I'm a huge supporter of what he does. I've donated to multiple of his organizations. He's a good guy, and this documentary really gave me more of an insight on who it is that I'm so passionate about and who has been such a big influence in my life. And they do a great job of showing that. Thank you.